It's a superfecta. We're waiting on 5th and 6th. 6, Miss Anna Louise. Chris Muntz first. Number 4, Dudley Do Right, written by Brad Pengelly second. Number 7, Impreza, Darren Beedman third. Number 2 ran 4th, Pentathlon. He only plugged home.
Right, Ian, thank you. Yes, Pentathlon never in the race. Miss Anna Louise, 6:10 and 180. Dudley Do Right, 290. Impreza, 260. 34.40 Quinella, 64.80 Exacta, 472 the trifecta. Well, Brian Guy.
Brisbane for the Prime Minister's Cup, and Marriedpaw heading to Warrnambool for the Cup there. With his team going all sorts of directions. Big team too. There's Crixia going in. Goes very, very fast. Very fast race this. Just about right to go. Cascai, clearly the best tried in the race, comes up now. It's the favourite drawn the outside. Shouldn't be a disadvantage. He'll get back and they'll burn in this race. Set to go. Off now. Good start. Crixia away very fast on the outside, and also beginning quickly is the Mookster. They go out in front of Vigil, settling down third, and then trail just behind these horses, Gala Chief, and in the centre our Blitz. A length for Aceedi, and then Cascai to the tail of the field in company with Ulrico. Crixia had no trouble in burning the field off and led by 3 lengths. The Mookster second, Vigil 2 lengths away third, and they're followed by Gala Chief moving up on the outside of our Blitz, and then Aceedi. Followed by Cascai, and last on the inside is Ulrico. Crixia in front, coming towards the turn, about 3 lengths now to the Mookster, Vigil, and then Gala Chief and Aceedi. Cascai to the outside as they swing the corner, and Crixia first into the straight. She led by 2. Vigil's coming after her, and then Gala Chief pulled to the outside. Cascai and Aceedi in the straight. Vigil took the lead. Gala Chief coming after it fast, and Cascai lifting late, but Vigil is still in front. Vigil about 3/4 clear, and Vigil's got home over Gala Chief. Cascai 2 lengths away third. Aceedi ahead back fourth. Then Crixia, who folded up the last bit, trailed in by our Blitz and the stablemates at the end. The Mookster beating home Ulrico, who was well back all the way. Vigil's got home, ridden by Jade DeRose, number 5. Got in with the claim for Jade. Carried just 53 on a 53.5 limit. Sat in the slipstream of the leader. Got to the front of fairway from home, and although she's drifted out in front of Gala Chief, she's had about a length to spare on the line. Number 5, Vigil taking it out. This is the right sort of conditions for Vigil. Likes a bit of sting out of the ground, and she's done, or he has done very well. Vigil, he's a 7-year-old. He's by Boutard from Fiery Opal, trained by David Matz at Taree, and a fast performance in getting home. Cascai got well back, but the speed was on. He just wasn't able to wind up sufficiently well. I think, although he has performed reasonably on soft ground, firm tracks are what he really needs to turn in winning performances. Second, Gala Chief. He's been a good, solid performance. Second in from a spell here today. And third going to Cascai, number 4. So 5.84. Aceedi came from a similar position to Cascai. Has run 4th in the race, number 1. And 5th going to Crixia. She's certainly not racing the way she used to. Goes very, very fast, but she's folding up just as quickly now. 5, 8 and 4. Vigil paid $13.20 and $3.60. Can sometimes be a bit suspect when there's a pressure 1,000-metre race, but just sitting off that fast pace and probably enabled her to relax and then find something at the end.
Well, that was a bold move by New South Wales trainer David Matz to take that little horse all the way to Moonee Valley. But he was right on the ball. This is a 7-year-old Vigil. He's been a terrific performer on the Northern Rivers tracks. And would you believe that is his 17th win at 1,000 metres. His absolute pet distance. A 3-kilo claim for young Jade DeRose, and Vigil was right on his game today. Terrific effort. Late scratching race 6 at Rose Hill is number 9, Stormy Mo. Stormy Mo, number 9. Late scratching race 6 at Rose Hill Gardens. Now race 5, 16 minutes off. Sky Ratings put Okanui on top of Sassy Switch, Kiverton and Arabia. Market Arabia $10, Okanui $3.20, Gwendolyn $4.80, She's Purring $20, Miss Doopsy $6.20, Espresso Rose $8.70, Kiverton 45, Claxon $11. Sassy Switch at 8.30, and Boston, Corey Brown's mount. You don't see Corey on too many these days that are paying $58. And it's 15 minutes to a start. Now, Vic Park is the principal race, race 5, and Oxford Dollar, just a shade of odds against, $2.10. Yammer is at $4.60. Melbourne jockey Nash Rawiller was very disappointed apparently when Donna Natalia was taken out of the KPMG Stakes, but his day could get a lot better if Yammer can win the Rain Lover Plate.
At a trial.
Righto, Sky Ratings race 6 at Doomben as follows: Darjon Fee 100, Roaring Forties 96, Polydamar 93, Shannon Lee 93. Darjon Fee 640, Polydamar 830, Shah Almar 990, Shannon Lee 13, I'm in Heaven 440, Scratch 6. Tell Dawn 830, Miss Thundercat at 24, Roaring Forties 19, Magic Sky 760, Winning Friends 17, Hot Collar 54, Pollyanna Anna 21, I'm a Thunder 86, Dance the Rhythm 54, Thermo Pile is a late scratching, and so are the other three. Well, not late scratchings, they're originals, 17, 18, 19. Correct weight at Moonee Valley, and the New South Wales horse Vigil Jade Darose, the winner, 13.20, 360, Gala Chief 230, Kashkai 160, Quinella 42.10, Exacta 83.20, Trifecta 420. To Hilton Donaldson at Victoria Park for the running of the Rain Lover Plate.
Group 3. Now Blue Ted comes forward, Rusty Dusty Grey coming up after Burn goes in. In the club's colours of blue and gold, Maranello will be the last. Joins them now, drawn inside Oxford Dollar. Fire Tane's ready, Yammer set in barrier 1. Good field for the Rain Lover Plate. A lead up to the Adelaide Cup being conducted on Monday, May the 20th. Group 1, $400,000. Nominations have closed. And late noms. Later. Set, they're off. And Yammer was away well from the inside, is holding the early lead. Out nicely, Tortrice, and showing speed, Oxford Dollar pressing on with Maranello. Wider out, Rusty Dusty Grey's working forward the grey, deep on the outside there of Tartan Army. Back behind them, Fire Tane's been slotted onto the rails beautifully by the jockey. On his outside was Showgazer, 3 wide Bonza Blue from Satisha. Third last is Afterburn. Blue Ted is second last on the outside of Red Astaire at the tail of the field. Well, it's Tartan Army taking them out of the straight, leading about a half length, working into the back. In second place, Maranello on the inside, and Rusty Dusty Grey moves up on the outer, giving a cover there to Tortrice, and then Bonza Blue 3 deep, Oxford Dollar the centre, and Yammer on the rails as they go over of the first of the 2 Clipsal 500 crossings. Back on the inside, Fire Tane from Showgazer, 2 away Afterburn from Satisha, 3 lengths to Blue Ted, and a length away last of all is Red Astaire. They're in the back straight, they're on the inner track, 1,400 metres left to go now. And the pilot is the Tartan Army, leading the way by about a half length. In second place on the outside, Rusty Dusty Grey. Tortrice unhappy with its speed, gats off 3 wide halfway along the back and draws to the lead. Fourth in the clear is Maranello, 1.5 to Bonza Blue, and then Yammer on the inside of Oxford Dollar. The favoured pair are together. 2 away came Fire Tane tracking them, shaded by Showgazer. Then Afterburn, suited by the speed from Satisha, Blue Ted, and Red Astaire drops last as they leave the back now, and it's Tortrice about 3/4 of a length in front. In second place, Rusty Dusty Grey. Maranello's now out 3 wide, and Tartan Army on the inside. Bonza Blue has had a tough run. Yammer's got off the fence to be 1 off. Oxford Dollar 3 deep as a result. In a packing field on the KPMG Rain Lover Plate, Blue Ted circumnavigating. Fire Tane held up for a run from Afterburn, needing a lot of luck now. Then Satisha, Red Astaire, and Showgazer dropped out last, coming around the turn at the 500. Tortrice, Rusty Dusty Dusty Grey, Marinello have all worked. Oxford Dollar's got out 4 wide. He's moved Bonza Blue, and Yama as a result just got held up a little for a run. Oxford Dollar let go, but Yama got through. It's Oxford Dollar and Yama. They've reached the lead together. Marinello's fighting on, and Afterburns running up behind them. Then Firetain. Yama left Oxford Dollar at the 200. Drew a length and a half in front of Oxford Dollar. Firetain, Afterburn and Blue Ted. And Yama's careering away over the final stages. Oh, much too classy. Unextended by Raw Willa. Eased down, won by 2 lengths. Firetain beat Oxford Dollar for second. Fourth in the race, Marinello's been a big run with Blue Ted there in a photo, and Afterburn there also. And just behind them, Showgazer and Rusty Dusty Grey. Now, further back as they come back into view, we had Satisha together with Tortrice. Tartan Army dropped out towards the end with Red Astaire never in it, and Bonza Blue had the hardest run in the race. Oh, all class. Nash Raw Willa for Tony Noonan has won in a canter over the final stages. He got held up. I know it was only momentarily, but I tell you what, he could have been held up for longer and won easily. He has blitzed them, Yama, by Bellotto from Don't Stop Talking, raced by Jay Munns and Mrs. M. Batten. Has got the split at the right time.
Righto, Hilt, thank you. And that is win number 13, or win number 12, lifetime for Yama from some 39 starts. 360 and 150, Firetain 330, Oxford Dollar third 140. Runners are on the track at Rosehill Gardens on their way to the barrier, and here with his thoughts on the race is Ron Dufficy.
Yeah, thanks, John. I got a leaning to number 2, Okanui here. She's an honest mare who last preparation took 2 runs to get a fitness and then put 4 straight wins together. She's had 2 runs back after a let-up. Good second in Welter Company with 55 on her back last start. Back to Mares Company, has to carry the 58, but she's big and strong. I think she's capable of doing it. Looking for dangers, Arabia, easy in the ring, but looks forward enough to run well. She's not very big, Arabia, and she's got 59.5 to contend with, but I wouldn't rule her out through quality alone. Best of the rest, I thought 6 Espresso Rose caught the eye in a recent trial, did win first up last preparation. And also number 3, Gwendolyn, resuming, capable of doing something here. 2 on top, Okanui, hardest to beat, 1, 6 and 3.
OK, Ronnie, thank you. And Okanui to be ridden by Bernadette Cooper. Now, just checking the divs on the Rain Lover plate. Yama Nash Rawilla, 360 and 150. Firetain, 330. Oxford Dollar, 140. $30 even, Quinella, 88.10 is the trifecta. Pictures now from Rosehill Gardens, or you'll see them in a moment. Runners are behind the gates. There they are. Now, Moonee Valley, race 5, and the winner, Vigil, the Taree Tornado. 13.20 and 360. Gala Chief, 230. Kashkai, 160. The Quinella, 42.10. Exacta, 83.20. Trifecta, 420. Doomben race 6, and we got Darjon Fee 6.20, Polydamar 8.30, Shah Almar $10, Shannon Lee 14, I'm in Heaven 4.50, Scratch 6, Teldorn 8.30, Miss Thundercat 24, over to Roaring 40s 18, Magic Sky 7.40, Winning Friends 18, Hot Collar 55, Pollyanna Anna 20, I'm a Thunder 88, Dance the Rhythm 57. Take out 16, 17, 18 and 19. 14 minutes to a start, race 6 at Doomben. Now, the 7th race at Doomben is the BTC Cup. It's still some distance off. In fact, it's about 53 minutes away. But here's an early look at the ratings. Phoenix Park top rater ahead of Falvalon, Show a Heart and Lord Essex. This is a cracker field. Falvalon $3, Show a Heart $11, Lord Essex $9.20, Phoenix Park $10, Make Mine Magic $8.30, Chattanooga $22, King Lotto $18 and Diamond Dane $11, Federal Agent $66, Mark Tig My High Panis at $22, Ken Konkani $27, Perno $9.10 and Twin Fortune at $25. Damien Oliver's in Brisbane to ride his old favourite Falvalon, and he speaks with Larry Olsen.
Well, Damien, you should get to know him by now. You've been on him, he's, how many starts now, about 6 or 7?
Yeah, plenty of times, Larry. He's been a great horse to me, and pleasure to come up here and ride him today.
Well, you're going to have a big following here, and his last run at Randwick, was that a little bit out of character?
Yeah, it was. I was speaking to Danny earlier, and he's been in training for so long since he came back from Hong Kong, and he's had a couple of setbacks, little injuries to his back and that, but he got them right. But just because he'd been doing the same thing so long, I think he was getting a bit bored with it all. So it was just good that he had a run to just sharpen him up a bit, and he said he's been much better since he's been up here this week.
Yes, well, he did win this race, I think, a couple of years back, and he jumped from an outside alley. He's got that 11 alley today. Will you utilise his speed early?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. He didn't break away that clean the other day, but I expect him to jump much quicker today and take a forward position for sure.
Danny said he's improved quite markedly on that last run. So do you see getting into this race, he's going to be very, very hard to beat?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's the one you want to be on. He's the best credentialed horse in the race, and Danny said he's got him spot on. He should be hard to beat.
Well, Chief De Beers was our champion here, and he got cheered. I can see it happening all again today if you get in front and on the line.
Yeah, Queensland should really get behind him and welcome him home today, because he's been a great horse, not only for Queensland, for Australia as well, winning those 2 big races in Hong Kong.
Thanks, Damien.
Thanks, mate.
Yes, they certainly will. They'll bring the stands down if Valballon kicks to the front. But anyway, he's going to ride him aggressively, and I think that's the key to him.
Righto, Larry, thank you. Okanui's favourite here for Bernadette Cooper and Gary Portelli at 3.10. Gwendolyn $5. Espresso Rose first up today, but she has won first up in the past. She's a good fresh mare, and I wouldn't be surprised if she runs a bold race. Miss Doopsy for the Wade Slinkard stable at $7.80, Sassy Switch at $8.30, and Arabia at $9.60. Less than a minute to a start. Now they're bundling a reluctant one into the gates there, but we're all set. Let's go to Ian Craig.
Well, John having problems loading Klaxon here. She's got the barrier blanket aboard. Darren Beedman, her rider, having a look at the goings on at the start. One of 3 runners Maxie Lees has in the event. The others being Gwendolyn and Boston. Klaxon refusing to enter. They've got her about half the way there at the moment. Clear favourite is number 2, Okanui. She's been very heavily supported here in the last, about the last 3 minutes. Okanui very, very well backed in the ring, and on the tote she's $3, $1.50, written by Bernie Cooper for Gary Portelli. Gary won earlier with Grand Jura. And they can't load Klaxon at the moment. Previous event going to Miss Anna Louise. Number 6, Chris Muntz, beat 4, Dudley Do Right, 7, Impreza third. Viva La Vie won the third. Number 1, Corey Brown. The second, 2, Grand Jura, Darren Beedman. The first 7, Force Zulu, Darren Beedman. So Darren has decided to sit down here and watch his ride Klaxon back further down the track. Well, she's in a piggish frame of mind this afternoon, Klaxon. She has been known to play up behind the barrier in the past. A lot of interest in this race outside the heavy support for Okanui. With the return of Arabia. She hasn't started since the middle part of November when she raced at Sandown. And Gwendolyn, of course, was found to have been suffering a low-grade virus following her run at Randwick in the Wiggle, when she was very heavily backed when last, and a conspicuous last behind You Had Your Warning. Now, Klaxon, still no. She won't go in. Now, I don't know how long they're going to persevere here. Yes, as Dean joins us, I don't know how long they're going to persevere here with Klaxon. Last attempt, and I think she's seen the writing on the wall, and in she goes. They're just about ready to shut the back of the gates. Yeah, they've got her this time. So she's safely entrenched. Very heavy support here for Okanui. Number 2, 280 and 140 on the New South Wales tote. The second elect is number 3, Gwendolyn at $5.30. And we've got number 6 at $7.30. And that's Espresso Rose, another interesting runner. She hasn't started since the angst quality on the inside track at Randwick back at the end of September behind Danacia. Now Boston, as I say, one of 3 Max Lees runners coming into line. Arabia goes up, Justin Sheehan in the saddle. Miss Doopsy, who is partial to Rose Hill in the 1200, moves forward. Here's Kevedon, a former John Size trained horse, coming in. And Gwendolyn will be the last. The Life and Vet Members Handicap is race number 5 here on the 7 event program from Rose Hill Gardens. And the starter going up onto his stand now. We'll soon see action. They're off this time, and Gwendolyn Dwelton missed it by 2. Miss Doopsy out well, so was Sassy Switch, and she's purring. The favourite Okanui is nice and a handy. Claxon driving up nearer to the inside from Kiverton. A couple of lengths to Boston, a length and a half to Espresso Rose, Arabia and Gwendolyn. Racing along past the 750, and Sassy Switch keen to run. She's a half to 3/4 of a length. Okanui, Miss Doopsy, wider out third. Claxon fourth, she's purring next. 2 lengths to Kiverton, a length to Boston. A couple Espresso Rose and the grey mare Arabia, and 1 1/2 to Gwendolyn. This is the pattern coming along past the 550, and Sassy Switch a half length on Okanui. Miss Doopsy wider third, Claxon fourth, and then She's Purring, followed by Boston, Kiverton, and then Arabia, Espresso Rose, and last is Gwendolyn as they wheel for home. And now it's Okanui and neck on Sassy Switch. Miss Doopsy on the outside, then Claxon, Boston, She's Purring, Espresso Rose, and Gwendolyn is starting to motor down the centre of the track. At the 200, Okanui's under siege. She's Purring gets out. Miss Doopsy and Kiverton. Kiverton exploding. She's going away now. And Kiverton beats She's Purring. Oh, third is close. Espresso Rose. Out wide, Gwendolyn. Over on the inside, right up there for the minor, was Okanui. And then Miss Doopsy, followed by Arabia, Boston, Claxon, and Sassy Switch dropped out to run last. And the winner is Kiverton. Number 7, ridden by Grant Buckley. $28.40 and $6.20. Number 4, She's Purring, will be second, $4.20. And the third is In Abeyance. Kylie Gavenlock puts the polish on Kiverton now at Gosford. And Kiverton, as we were saying before the race, was formerly a member of the John Sayers string at Randwick. And the Lone Star Syndicate, managed by Bob Lapointe, racing Kiverton. We don't see a lot of the Lone Star horses around at the moment, but they've had a great deal of success. And this mare is by Squill from a Zephyr Zip mare, Zippar. She's had the 15 starts only for 4 wins and 5 thirds. And Grant Buckley, Grant, a very, very capable young jockey. He has the motto, have saddle, will travel. And he's rung up a tremendous number of wins over the past few seasons, and he was seen to advantage here on Kiverton. 7, 4 and 6 is officially third. 7 Kiverton, G Buckley first. 4 She's Purring, D Beasley second. 6 Espresso Rose, ridden by Brent Stanley third, and 3 Gwendolyn, ridden by Chris Muntz, was fourth.
Right, Ian, thanks, and congratulations to Bob Lapointe and the famous Lone Star Syndicate. Good to see him winning a race in town. Grant Buckley up. Do you know Grant Buckley has a ride today in every race on the program? Many of them are on the limit weights, but he's, as Ian said, a very hard-working and committed young rider, and deserves his share of success in town. Kiverton, 28.40 and 6.20. Let's go back to Larry Olsen at Doomben with an interview.
Thanks, John.
Yep, so there's 2 to get set. There's C Senor about to join them, and Spardanza, the clear favourite, at $2.30. He's been well supported on track as well. Second pick is C Senor, and then probably out to Melodies and Rami Romancer, and Frangelica is the next best on track. Reese Wheeler missing from the lineup. He's riding in Malaysia, riding a horse called Iron Eyes in the Derby there today, I understand. Now they're set to go. Travis Harrison, Apprentices Cup, and they're away in racing. Diamond Dare began reasonably. Spardanza showed no early pace. Melodies, Frangelica, Bless 'em, jumped away fast. Gliding home just off them. C Senor is driving forward out wide as they got to the 1200 metre turn now, and Frangelica went to a slender lead ahead of Gliding Home, leaving C Senor posted 3 wide. Bless 'em in behind them, 4th on the inside, and then Melodies and Rami Romancer ridden away from the pace and caught 3 deep. A length and a half further back is Spardanza racing, also a little wide, but does have some cover. Back behind them then is Lancaster's Gold on the inside, and last of all is Diamond Air. At the 800 turn, and Frangelica led Gliding Home. A length and a half away, C Senor. Bless 'em on the inside, and then Rami Romancer. A length and a half further back as Melodies over on the inside of Spardanza, and they're trailed well back by Lancaster's Gold and Diamond Air. Frangelica against the fence, 600 to go, led Gliding Home, and a length C Senor. Now moving up, Rami Romancer on the outside, and Spardanza's following into the race. Diamond Air taking off around Melodies. Lancaster's Gold and Bless 'em had got shuffled out to last. Round the home turn, Frangelica the leader from C Senor. Rami Romancer is wider out coming into it, and now the favourite Spardanza's joining in too. And then came Lancaster's Gold, but coming around the home turn now. And Spardanza raced up on the outside and took the lead from Rami Romancer. Frangelica, Lancaster's Gold through along the inside. Spardanza in front of Lancaster's Gold, who's finishing well. But the favourite all too good. And Spardanza beat Lancaster's Gold and Diamond Air. And then Frangelica, Rami Romancer, trailed by Melody C. Senor. And it was trailed in by Blessum, and Gliding Home dropped out last. So a double for Vincent Hall, who scored earlier on Dark Wine, and he just about has to take the prize for the two best rides we've seen here today. It was a ripper on Dark Wine, and that was a beauty. Although covering ground, it's the way to ride this track when it starts to chop up towards the end of a wet day, and he had cover the entire journey. He was on the right horse, there's no doubt about that, and he came away and won that race impressively. Number 2, Spardanza first. Judge needs a photo to separate Lancaster's Gold the inside and wide out Diamond Air for the minor end of the prize. Looked like the inside would get that one, although the official photo finishes bringing that outside horse up a fair bit. Let's see. Now 8 has got second. Lancaster's Gold, Brendan Fennick, and 6 third, Diamond Air. Good horse on this sort of ground, Spardanza, and a good horse at Moonee Valley, where he's had now 4 outings for 2 wins, a second and a third, so he's never been out of the money here. But the riding on the wall with that good effort behind post last time out. Spardanza's a 3-year-old bay gelding. He's by Dan Zero from Sparkplug, trained by Paul Richards down at Warrnambool, and ridden a very good race here by Vincent Hall. Lancaster's Gold, well, he was up in grade, out on a wet track, which we didn't know whether he'd handle, and he's come through on the inside in perhaps the worst part of the track, so his effort's been very good. And Diamond Air came off a Maui maiden win last time out. Didn't begin all that well, but certainly found the line solidly out wide, so her effort quite good too, beaten home by a couple of colts. C. Senor didn't handle the wet ground. He was up on the pace there, but battling a fair way out. 1:34.4 was the time. 2, 8 and 6 quaddy numbers so far, 3, 5 and 2. The Fats Vigil putting some value into it if you're alive, and Spardanza. Next on the card we take out numbers 2, 4, 7 and 11. 2, 4, 7 and 11 out of the Hotel Care Welter.
Good on you, Greg. Thank you. Yes, an easy one. 2 Spardanza and Vin Hall, a great double. His earlier winner being Dark Wine. Sydney jockey Len Beasley race, and that is a mouth-watering sprint race. Falvalon $2.90, Shower Heart $12, Lord Essex $9.70, Phoenix Park $7.90, Make Mine Magic $8.70, Chattanooga $25, King Lotto $20, Diamond Dane $11. Federal Agent $77, Mark Tig My High Panis at $24, Ken Konkani $30, Perno $9.30, Twin Fortune $29. Well, Noel Callow doesn't make too many appearances in Brisbane. I don't know that he's ridden there before. I guess he has, but I can't recall. He's on Chattanooga in the BTC Cup.
Noel, you've been on this fella a few times, and of course up here in Queensland. How do you see his chances in this race?
Well, it's a lead up to the Doomben 10,000. That's his main aim up here, and if he runs well over 1,200 a day, we'll be happy. But you know, if he runs a place, I'll be happy at this stage. But his main aim's the Doomben 10,000, and I'd love to win that on him. So that's his main go.
And Mick's happy with him since he's been here?
Yeah, Mick's rang me yesterday, and he's been really happy with the horse. He's done well since he's been up here, and he's a better 7 furlong horse, but